Tell you what folks, if you thought the speed of mods coming out was going to slow ahead of FS22, you were sorely mistaken. We've got another classic map right here. Hello everybody, it's the FarmSim guy here, hope you're all doing well. That's right, we are on Oklahoma. This is DJ Modding's new map, a 4x map for PC only. Sorry console guys, it's just too big to fit on. But we're here, and we're going to have an early preview look at it today. We're very much in case country, as you can see from the shop. This is a very big dealership, but it's not the only case building on the map. So we'll come to that in a little while. So let's jump into the PDA very quickly and have a look at it. It's seasons ready, of course, and precision farming ready. But there you go. It's a rather nice large map. As you can see, it's based on the real data, as you can see by the PDA map underneath the fields. It's a lovely town down at the bottom, which we'll go and have a look at in a little while. We've got 7 farms on it, dotted all around, predominantly on the kind of in a V shape really through the middle of the map, which is quite nice. Lots of grain sale points, lots of different shaped fields. Now it looks like they're relatively small fields, but because it's a 4x map, that's kind of deceiving, and we'll go and have a look and kind of give you a bit of an idea of some of the size of those fields when we travel around the map. It's not Peace River big, let's just put that out of the way, but it's got some really nice big fields on it if you enjoy playing big fields. Now, of course, we know DJ Modding pretty well from some of his awesome maps over the years. So Upper Mississippi River Valley, somewhere in Canada, and Deer Country USA, which you know I'm a big fan of. So I've got high hopes for this, and I know it's not going to disappoint. Now, before we start, I had to touch on this, and I will go and look at some of the others as well. DJ got in touch with me a few days ago and asked if I would like to have a billboard on the map. So there you go. There is a FarmSim guy billboard on a map. How cool is that? I am honestly, genuinely, this week's been big for me. Huge, to be on the FarmSim show this week, to get my own billboard in a map. It's fantastic. So, DJ, a personal thank you from me to you for reaching out and asking me if I would like to be involved in the map. That's awesome. Now, it's not just me that he's got involved in the map, of course. FS Club is in here as well. He's given some billboards to some other YouTubers as well. So, and if we just look around here as well, I don't recognise either of those characters. Never seen them before in my life, but I'm sure there's something to do with Farming Simulator. We'll head down here a little bit as well, because he's also got the likes of, in fact I'll speed up so we can see it, Mr. Farmer Klein, Farming Sim royalty right there. The man who has done probably the most map tours of anybody ever. My good friend, Mr. MRG, voice of an angel, that guy. Absolutely beautiful singer. So nice to see him in here as well. Mr. DJ Goham needs no introduction at all, and neither does this last guy. Clutch Simulations. Hashtag best driver in FarmSim. So, really nice. A really nice touch, I think, by DJ Modding to include us guys in there. So thank you very, very much for that, DJ. Okay, let's not dither anymore, and let's get on with looking at the map. I'm going to start up here at field 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll have a look at this little farm here. We'll work our way kind of across the map and down, and just kind of filter our way down to the bottom. We'll end up in the town at the end and just have a look at that. So up here, again, I'm not going to bother driving this. The reason being, it's going to take me a long time. So there are a lot of fields, and we'll do a lot of stopping on the way, but I'll just jump around the map. It's probably a little bit easier than driving it, but I'll make sure you get a chance to see some of the fields as well. Okay, so here we are on the first farm on the map. As you can see, there's a mixture of things going on here. We have got a pasture for sheep over there in the corner. We've also got bins here for grain storage, and also, if we spin around here, we've also got a silage tower as well. So again, you've got the option for what you want to do with this farm. Next to the farm here, we do have field 5, and as you can see, It gives you a bit of an idea of the size of the field. That's a relatively decent sized field, I think. Certainly for the size of the farm that it's on. Now, if I go back to the minimap, you can see actually it looks really small on the minimap. So it gives you an idea, being a 4x map, how big some of these fields are. And you can see off into the distance there, the field on the other side of the map, field 7, the other side of the road there, is they're huge fields. But again, looking at them on the map, they're not that big. So good to bear in mind that this is, it's fair to say, I would say, in between medium and large fields across the entire map, even if they look small on the map. There are some tiny ones, look at field 28 up there, but in principle, most of the time, expect these to be in the region of medium to large fields. So they'll take a bit of time if you're going to be working them. So there you go, farm number 1. The backhoe augers are already set up, and they do work. I've done some testing, as you can see, there's a couple of trailers there, a hopper bottom and a tipper, and they both worked flawlessly with the loader. You do have to own the land for these to work, I will say that, so bear that in mind. They do not work, so you can't just go and hide your grain in any farm on the map. You have to own the land, and there's a nice shop there with the ability to fit a lot of machinery in, so that's good. And the sheep pasture is nice and large as well, so you could run quite a nice big sheep operation here. So we've moved along now to the second farm on the map, and that is in the middle at the top here of the map. Now there's everything on here. We've got horses, we've got pigs, we've got chickens, sheep and cows. So very much an animal farm. Now if I fly up in the air here, you can see the size of the pig enclosure there, which is fantastic. Some nice grain bins here. I do like the red buildings and the white picket fences. Very, very nice. And if we spin around here, there's a horse pasture as well, so a lovely big open paddock for the horses. Now, what I like about this, now I'm going to spin around here, there's a lot of empty land, plains, if you will. So all of this over here, as you can see, a massive area just with grass on it, which is really, really nice, and some winding roads to it. Now, if I just click back to the PDA for a second, all of that area, even though it's not designated as a field, can be purchased. So you can, in fact, if you want to, buy this piece of land and farm it as you would a normal field. Obviously, you would have to, if you were using Courseplay or something like that, do a lap of the field and record the course edge, so it would work with Courseplay, but that's not too big a problem to have. So there are quite a few places like this on the map, a lot of little places where it's just open land that you can purchase and do what you want with, as well as all the fields. So worth bearing that in mind. So let's just do a little flyover of the farm. As I said before, the red buildings, very much in keeping with the area. A lovely big pig pasture there, which is nice to see. It's not just the standard buildings here. He's taken the time to build ones that are in keeping with the area, which is great. I love the fact that there's machinery lying about as well. Yes, they are placeables and you can't do anything with them, but it's kind of authentic. You know, when have you been on a farm and there hasn't been stuff lying around all over the place? Kind of comes with the territory as well, doesn't it? There is the cow pasture as well, looking really, really nice. Again, nice and large in size, which is great. And if we just cut around here, that is where your sheep will be. So, a lovely farm, this. Really, really nice and open. I'm a big fan of this one. Very nice. Now, just across from that farm, if I pan around here, we have got our first grain sell point, and it is a big one. There are, in fact, 10 grain sell points on this map, which is really impressive. I think it tells you a little bit about the area and what sort of crops they grow. So, lovely big grain area here. Nice placeable. Looks really, really good. So there you go. Again, top of the map, probably the furthest north grain point there is, so bear that in mind. And yeah, looks really, really good, that. I like that. Now I've just flown up into the sky here because I wanted to give you a bit of an idea of the layout of some of these fields. So you can see there are a lot of fields, nicely broken up by tree lines and separate roads, but there's a lot of long, thin fields here. They don't look too big on the map, but I think acreage-wise, they're not bad. So, again, don't be deceived by the map. It might look like there are small fields on this map, but just because it's a 4x map, they're actually pretty big. Now, if you can see right over there in the distance, you can see peeking up there a grain silo, an old-style grain silo. Now, I'm just going to give you a little bit of an idea of how far away that is on the map. So, if I go from where I am now and just jump into the PDA here, there's our position at the top of the map. Let me just jump back here, and you can see all of those fields in front of us. So that's all of these fields, 18, 20, 22, 25, all the way down here. That grain point is here. So only about just over halfway down the map is where that grain point is. And look at it over there in distance. Again, gives you a little bit of an idea of just how big this map is. So there you go. Lots of lovely fields there to take in. And again, nice and spacious. You can turn lots of big machinery around in there. You could link a lot of these together as well. You could get rid of a few trees and get some really big fields. But nice. But what we'll do, we'll keep heading in this direction because that's an appropriate direction to head in as we go around the map. So we're still working our way around the top of the map here. This is one of the other farms, very much a arable farm, this one. No animals on this one at all. And as I can show you here on the map, this is just here between fields 32 and 33. Very nice. Little compact farm there surrounded by a lot of fields. So if you're looking for arable work, this could be the farm for you. Right, we'll jump back into the PDA here, and just down here we've got a biogas plant. There's the shop where we started, so you've already seen that. We'll have a quick look at the biogas plant, and then we'll head back over this way and look at these two farms here. So there's your biogas plant. Lovely big open space for turning huge trucks around. Sunken silos in there as well, which is nice to see. So a really, really nice model. Again, I'll spin around here because there's another example here of this vast open spaces that you can own. So again, another huge grass field, not designated as a field, but it stretches all the way past that tree line and over the other side of that and leads all the way to the shop, as you can see on the map. So a huge space, again. Maybe something you would like to own and take on as a part of your farming. Now, if I spin around here, you will see there's a lot of pine trees there. And there, on the other side of the road, is our sawmill. Again, really nice. Look at those stacks of logs, really nicely done. So again, if you want to do a bit of logging, there is no shortage of trees on this map for you to get stuck into. So that is your log sell point and your wood chip sell point. So we're back in the middle of the map now, between fields 15 and 16, and we've got this lovely mixed farm, arable and dairy. You can see the silos there to the left, and you can see storage for feed for the cattle. Lovely big cattle pen here, really, really nice. And if you keep panning around here, you can see a lovely large pasture for the cows as well. So really, really nice. That's going to hold a lot of animals actually, so that's nice to see. And as you can see over there, there's the first farm that we looked at before, the first big farm with all the animals on it. So it gives you an idea of the distance between the different farms as well. There's your slurry points and a couple of placeables there. So nice. There's field 16, as you can see on the map, which is down the side of down the side of the farm. And again, it's big. Look, it just keeps going. So it gives you an idea for again the field sizes. Always nice to see the fields in comparison to where the farms are and how big they are. So there you go, nice one to see. And straight ahead of you there, over in the distance, again the shop where we started, just to give you an idea of a reference of where we are on the map. Okay, back into the PDA, we're just going to head over here, take a look at this grain point, and we're going to have a look at this small pig farm as well. So there we go, this is the pig farm. Nice and compact on this side. Again, some grain bins as well, so you can do some arable alongside your pigs. Now, if I cut around here, you can see actually, when I said it was a small pig farm, I was doing it an injustice because it's rather large. Again, being a 4x map is deceiving. So there you go, lots and lots of space for loads of pigs there. Really nice to see. And straight ahead of us there is a grain point, so let's have a quick pop over and have a look at that. There we go, pig farm over there, and a lovely grain storage point here, or grain sell point here. Love that model actually. Love the weathered look on the buildings, really nice. Now if I spin through 180 here, the next place we're going to head to is just over here. It was a little bit of an industrial area. So we'll just have a little bit of a look around here. There's a few sell points here and a few buy points, so worth looking at. Okay, so just over here, like I said, there's a little bit of industrial area. There's a grain sell point there, and another one over on this side as well. Nice, decent sized sell points. So they're pretty cool. Now if I spin around here, what we have here is a purchase point for lime within that shed there. And over here, behind the dual tanks, where you can purchase anhydrous. So yet another map that we've got anhydrous on. It's really nice to see so many mappers now adding anhydrous to their maps. Really great. I think it's going to be a pretty much a standard thing going forward for modders for big PC maps at least. Hopefully for console as well in the future. But there you go, anhydrous on another map. Really great to see. And here we are again, a little bit further down, but yet another grain sell point. Nice big one this, with big grain heaps surrounding the silos. Big model this. Very nice. You can see that going off into the distance and the big conveyor belts there. Nice stuff. So yes, interesting. Really nicely laid out actually. I like that a lot. Okay, let's jump into the PDA. There we are, down at the bottom there. We've just looked at this farm here. And we came over from this farm over here. So we are going to jump over to this next farm here, which is another cow farm. So let's have a look at it. It also has a silo. So let's jump into this one. And there you go. Another nice pasture there. Not just a square box, a lovely shape. Wraps right around the edge of the farm, which is really nice to see. I love these kind of decorative bales. There is your silos for your grain as well. And as we come around here, you can see some of the fields as well. In fact, looking ahead of us there, that is field 12, which I believe is probably the biggest field on the map. So there you go. Yeah, it is. And as you can see, by the size of it, that's pretty big. So bear that in mind. If you like this farm, you've got some big fields around it that you can work on. I'm going to turn around here and just show you field 38 as well, because there's a few fields around about this size on the map. Nice square fields, so that gives you an idea for how big that is as well. Nice size fields, I've got to say. Okay, we're going to head a little bit further right again to have a look at this farm just here. Here we are, lovely big cow shed there. Again, big pasture over in the back there. You can see the tanks there for the milk in that little silver shed to the left. And we've got our silage storage bunker here, which is nice to see. Great little farm this. Nice. I like this. Now I've panned around to the other side here because I want you to see there's the grain storage, some nice sheds as well, and a rather large pig pen as well. Look at that. Great stuff. Now looking over to the distance there, we have got a few more sell points. So we'll head over and have a look at those. So the first place we arrive at here is your bale sell point, and also you can sell silage here as well, which is interesting. So bear that in mind. Again, nice building, nice big piles of bales lying outside as well, which is a nice touch. But there's the drop-off point just to the left, and this looks like a rather nice little placeable. So this is where you would sell bales and silage. Okay, we're just going to fly past the two little motels here. And over on the other side, there's a nice little John Deere dealership tucked away here. Not as big as the case one we saw before, but nice to see both brands represented. That'll hopefully stop any of the fanboys of Case or John Deere getting too upset. But again, a nice model, nicely done. Now if we keep heading slightly north from where that John Deere dealership was, we find our animal dealer on the main road here, and quite clearly animal dealer with a cow statue out the front and the pens there where you can pick up your animals. So nice nice big space around it as well. You can drive your truck around, no tight spaces to get stuck in. So nice animal dealership there. And we're going to keep going north here because again here's another one of these little industrial points. Quite a few buy and sell points here, so let's go and have a look at this. So very much like the other place we saw, we've got the option here to buy lime, liquid fertilizer, you've got your seed points here, the meridian bins there as well, and we keep coming around here as well. There is another anhydrous point below us here, which is nice to see. Now if we look over here, the other side of the greenhouses, we've also got another silage, bale and root crop sell point, so nice to have that included as well. Now if you head beyond here, things start to get interesting. Obviously straight ahead is our forest, and in there is the sawmill that we saw before. There's the BGA just off to the left, which we had a look at as well, but we're going to keep going past those because there's something interesting through these trees. So there we go. As you appear through the trees, you come across this rather large factory. Now I think DJ's taken some creative liberty on the map here, because this actually doesn't exist on the PDA for real, but he has created a case factory. Again, after Deer Country, it's very nice to see him doing this and paying homage to the other brand as well, so nice to see. But again, really nicely laid out. No sell points in here. There is a grain sell point down at the bottom there. That's the one I pointed out before. But this is purely just a rather large placeable, but a very nice one too. Lots of tractors sitting there waiting to go to their respective farms and their new owners, which is nice to see. And this is, again, just really nicely laid out. He's clearly given this a lot of time and thought to get it to this point. So I like this. I like this. Very cool. Very cool indeed. And just so you've had a chance to see it, there is the grain sell point at the far end of the case factory. So you just roll in there, unload your crops as you would anywhere else. So nice to see that as well. A couple of case tractors on plinths here as you drive through the main gate. Pretty cool. And as you can see, lots of signage and billboards there as well. So nice. Nice, nice, nice. I love that. Really cool. Now just as we head out of here, I hadn't pointed this out yet, but there is a big highway running right the way through the map, which is really, really cool. Nice big long highway. There is traffic on the map, not that much at the moment. Possibly this is a pre-release, so maybe something that DJ's dropping in at the end. There you can see there's a car just coming on the on-ramp there. Maybe he can, he'll be adding some more later on to make this a little bit busier. But it's nice. I like the fact that it's got a big road on it. Very, very authentic. Okay, just jumping back in the PDA to give us a bit of a reference of where we are on the map. We saw this farm, we came over here to the John Deere dealership, the animal dealer up here, the fertilizer and seed sell point, and then we headed across here and had a look at the case factory here. So nice to see that. We're going to have a look at this farm here next, because it's the last farm before we head into the town and have a look at that. So there we go. There's the last farm. Again, a big farm. Cows, sheep, pigs, horses, all in one place. Probably one of the bigger farms on the map, certainly in terms of space around it. So definitely a nice one if you want to start big and build your farm up. Really nice. Love the red buildings again. Very in keeping with the map. Love that. A couple of big silos at the back there for storage. So yeah, you've got a lot of flexibility on this farm. Very nice one indeed. Again, you can see the fields over in the distance there, and you can see a couple of the bridges over the busy main road, and there's that grain point next to the case factory just over in the distance by the power lines. So again, just giving you an idea of how far this is from those points. So yep, you're going to have to drive some distances on this. It's going to feel bigger when you're on the map than it maybe looks from the PDA. Now I almost forgot, but there is another grain sell point right at the bottom of the map. It's quite a big one as well. Really tucked right in the bottom left corner of the map. But again, just for reference, so you know it's here, there is another big sell point. Now it is positioned very close to the highway, which I think is very handy. So again, with a good auto drive course, this actually might be quite a handy sell point to use. But there it is. It's probably one of the big ones on the map as well, actually. Really big. Nice one. So just for reference again, it is tucked way down there in the bottom corner, if you can see it. Okay, let's head along the highway and into the town of Eric and see what it's like. Okay, so here we are, arriving in Eric. Even there is the sign, City of Eric, Oklahoma. Now this is cool. I have to say, I've already had a little look through here, but you arrive, there's a gas station straight away as you run into town, which is very, very cool. The big water tower with Eric written on the side of it as well, which is nice. Now a lot of these are not sell points, they're just placeables, but the fact that he's taken the time to lay out a really nice setup is really, really cool. There's a few cars there having a little bit of an issue. We've got a Napa auto parts store there as well. I mean, this opens itself up to some really nice roleplay opportunities actually, which is great. Some factories here and some storage. There is a sawmill here again, but it is not a working one. It's just a placeable at the moment. Maybe he'll switch that on in the final map though, you never know. A few houses over there in the background as well. As you can see, a nice mix of stuff. This big wide road is very cool indeed. Coming up again on another gas station. Now what there is here, there is a cotton sell point and a wool sell point. So if you want to do some cotton farming, you can do that. Of course, and every good farmer needs a good feed every now and again. So you've got yourself a Wendy's here. And then just past here, again, an Applebee's. And I do know as well, there's a few more things coming up. There's a Burger King. There's a Tim Hortons there as well. That's the second map with a Tim Hortons on this week. But yes, this feels really... this just feels really good, doesn't it? Look, there's the golden arches as well. So you're not short of fast food here, it's fair to say. And we'll keep going a little bit further, because there's some other stuff to see as well. We've got a nice 4x4 dealership there. Looks like he sells everything. Another gas station, which is nice to see. There's your Burger King that I was talking about before. There's the town hall on the other side. Is that a Dollar General as well? Of course. Where would we be without a Dollar General? And further down there as well is a Walmart. More fast food, a KFC, a Burger King, and a Dunkin' Donuts. We cut around here as well. There's the bank. Where you put all your money after you've sold your crops. And a very cool Peterbilt. I guess it looks like a dealership. Maybe a mixture of a dealership and a workshop. But that's pretty cool as well. Nice to see that. So if you've got any Peterbilt mods, you've got somewhere to get them repaired, which is very cool. There's the Walmart I was talking about before. That's pretty cool. And over here is the sell point that I was saying. That is your wool and your cotton sell point. Okay, we're in the northern part of the town here. There's the town over there, and this is just another sell point, another grain sell point. Like I said, there are 10 grain sell points on the map. So there's another one. This is quite a nice one. A little bit different to the others with the railway track running behind it. And then you can see just down there as well, there is another one that we haven't been to yet. But again, another one identical to this, just running along the side of the railway track. And again, our final sell point, you can see the water tower as we entered Eric. There's the water tower over there, and just below us here is the final sell point on the map, and that is the milk sell point. So again, if you're running cows on this map, this is where you will bring your milk to sell it. So there you go, folks, a very quick whistle-stop tour of DJ Modding's new map, Oklahoma. This is fantastic. I love the size of it. Honestly, you will be surprised when you download and play with this how big this is. It's really, really nice. I love the size of the fields. The town is an awesome addition. So much character. I love the farms. I love the flexibility around the farms. I love the flexibility around the farmland as well. These big open plains that you can purchase and turn into additional fields is fantastic. It just really has got everything, this map. It's so good. You know, and Hydrus is in there as well, which is great to see. But again, just it's got character. I've always said this about my map tours. The maps that get me the most excited are the ones that have got a little bit of heart and soul about them. And DJ's always been able to do that, but he has done it once again with this. It's great. You guys are going to love this. And like I said before, you know, it appears there's no stopping these guys at the moment. You know, yes, FS22 is coming in the next few months, but people are just punting out some awesome mods at the moment. So as always, huge hats off to the modding community for ploughing through the content that they are. I mean, we are so lucky to get all the stuff we get on a regular basis. So thank you very much from me and my community, and I'm sure from everybody else who plays the game as well. But for now, from me, the FarmSim guy, I'm going to leave this with you. This is coming out very, very soon. DJ's targeting it getting out hopefully in the next few weeks, so you can all jump on and give it a play, but it's going to be one worth checking out. So from me for now, thank you very, very much for watching as always. Look forward to this one, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye for now.